had somebody tell me, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe even 10 years ago, they're like, Curtis, whatever you do, you like do it at least well. And they're like, it's almost not fair because the person I was talking to was like, man, I'll try to do something and it's just like, oh man, I really sucked at that. And he said, then I would do something else and he'd be like, man, I really sucked at that too. I sucked at this, I sucked at that. He's like, man, I don't know why, but I just fumble the ball all the time. Like I'm clumsy. I just struggle. Like I really have to try hard to do great at things. He's like, but you seem so smooth on like whatever you do, and you seem to come out at least pretty much on top. And I thought about that after he told me that. I was like, he's right. Like God blessed me, the universe blessed me with a good chunk of common sense. Sometimes I still do some ditzy stuff, a good chunk of wisdom. I remember in school, like I was a B to C student most times. I mean, I'd get A's, especially like in math and PE. But like I could just get B's and C's by coasting. And see what that did, especially when that person told me that, it got me to where I stopped preparing as hard as I would have before I had that mentality, like I can just coast and get through passing, right? And I thought about that. I was like, how many times in my life have I self-sabotaged because I was cruising instead of putting everything into it? My friend got me a job one time, and it was a sales job, and they told me, they're like, if you just study this literature, because I had to put in my 2 weeks notice to a previous job. They're like, if you study this literature for 2 weeks, you're going to hit the ground running, you're going to kill it. And see, what happened was I was really good in sales, so I was like, I ain't got to study that. And I still did well. Like, I still did well. But my buddy made $250,000 the last year he worked for that company. And ended up moving to Arizona and loves life. Achieving a lot of great things. His life has like been a highlight reel for the last 3 years. And deep down, as I watched him experience that life, I was like, man, I wish. And then I realized it one day, it smacked me in the face, and it was like, you had that opportunity, and even though you made really good money, that mentality allowed me to self-sabotage to where I didn't put everything into it. I was going to just try to cruise, and cruising gets you average. And if I would have put everything in it to strive for excellence, I would have had it. I would have made that $250,000, $300,000 in 1 year right there with him. And see, I take that lesson now. Like anytime I'm like, Curtis, are you really putting everything into this? We know ourselves better than anybody. So when you ask yourself better questions like, Curtis, like, oh, why isn't this working out? I don't know, Curtis, are you putting everything into it like you should? Nope. Is this relationship working out? Are you putting everything into it? Nope. Are you taking 100% in this relationship? Like whatever is going wrong is because of me? Because I'm not putting 100 into it? Your finances, your life, whatever it is, are you putting 100% into it? Or are you just cruising? Put in the comment section if you were just cruising through something but then kicked it into a higher gear of excellence, how it changed from not what you wanted to something above and beyond, or exactly how you wanted it. Like, was you at a job and you was just kind of cruising, and then something like maybe you had a baby or something, like maybe they gave you like a warning, like, hey, we're about to let you go, and then next thing you know, like the excellence came out of you, and now I'm a manager. I've moved up the ladder. I got a pay raise. My job's easier. What is it? Put in the comment section so it can help everybody else go from cruising to living it exactly how you wanted to be, to that boundless life, however that looks. Like, share, comment, tag, you know the drill, and be boundless.